Good afternoon, class of 2020. Let's try that again. Good afternoon, class of 2020. You all look terrific. At this point, let me ask you all to remain standing for the singing of our national anthem. The national anthem will be sung by Southport Public Service Administration Major Madison Stone. Madison.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, and the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much. Welcome, faculty, staff, friends, parents, and students of the class of 2020. We are glad you are here on this very hot Saturday afternoon. And for hanging in there with us, give yourselves a hand. I'm Mr. Cardelli. I'm proud to serve as Dean of Students here at WVU Texas. You can all sit down. I'm sorry about that. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this year's new student convocation. This convocation marks the beginning of your educational journey at West Virginia University Institute of Technology. At this time, allow me to introduce to you the members of the platform party who are here today. As I introduce them, I'm going to ask them to stand. First, Gregory Hughes, recipient of the 2016 WVU Tech First Year Student Excellence Award. Dr. Stephen Brown, Dean of the College of Business, Humanities, and Social Sciences. Dr. Zelko C. Torbica, Dean of the Leonard C. Nelson College of Engineering and Sciences. Dr. Kimberly Gray, Assistant Professor of Chemical Engineering and Chair of the Academic Awards Committee. Dr. Nigel Clark, WVU Tech Campus President. And he's not the president, although maybe he'd like to be. He's the provost, so excuse me. And now let me introduce to you Carolyn Long, the WVU Tech Campus President, and today's keynote speaker. Sorry, Nigel, we have to wait a little longer for that position. Let me also introduce to you Mr. Rob Weigel, our President of the Student Government Association. I also want to acknowledge the faculty and staff who joined us today and thank them for the many wonderful contributions they make to the daily learning, growth, and success of our students. I ask you to please give our faculty and staff a big round of applause. As well, to take a moment to acknowledge the love and support and dedication of the many family and friends and members of the class of 2020 who joined us today. Please give these folks a warm round of applause. And class of 2020, and now I want to turn our attention to our most honored guests, the newest members of the WVU Tech community, the members of the class of 2020. As students and members of the class of 2020, you're one of more than 400 new students who will begin your higher education experience at WVU Tech this year. You joined the WVU Tech community, which is one of 1,200 other students, more than 120 faculty, staff, and administrators. You're majoring in one of more of our 30 highly respected academic programs in engineering, science, business, and social sciences. As members of the class, you come from all over the United States. You come from more than 24 different countries in the world, and you come from virtually every county in the state of West Virginia. As a class, you represent a wide range of interests, values, talents, and experiences. When you're not studying in the classroom, you're athletes. Some of you are working part-time. Some are musicians, artists, video gamers. Some are moms and dads. You're leaders of student organizations. You live in residence halls. Some live at home. Some of you live in the Montgomery community, and some of you here will be living in the Beckman community on near our Beckman campus. But whatever your background, whatever your academic program, know that now you're a part of an institution with more than a century of graduating men and women who have distinguished themselves as leaders in industry, engineering, medicine, business, and science. For many of you, your journey of tech may be your first time away from home. And while this may be your first time away from home, know that you're not alone. You're a member of an academic community that cares about you. We at Tech are here to provide you the highest quality academic instruction and educational support and care possible. If you're doing well, know that the Tech faculty and staff are here to pat you on the back and encourage you to reach your dreams. If you're having difficulty, know that that same faculty, staff, and administration will be here to help you resolve those difficulties and urge you to reach for your dreams. As Dean of Students, I want you all to know that we here at WVU Tech are steadfastly committed to your success. We admitted you, we love that you're here, and we know you to be successful golden bears. It's my pleasure now to introduce to you again our campus provost, Dr. Nigel Clark, who will add a few words of welcome.
I'll keep my remarks very brief. Welcome to all of you, and as campus provost, along with Dean Brown, Dean Torbecker, and the faculty, our efforts are to give you the finest possible education. And I will point out to you that this is actually a two-edged sword. We need to teach you as well as we can, but we also need to set high standards, and you need to clear that bar. And between those two things, you have a degree of great value. I think many of you are here because you know that Tech is ranked amongst the top 100 best undergraduate engineering programs in the nation. And the Tech is ranked #1 overall for best value in the state. At this time, Tech is engaged in some change. We have another group of students starting as freshmen on our Beckley campus. And also, you are the first class that will have in your curriculum the new General Education Foundations, which are dedicated to giving you a well-rounded education. But at Tech, you're also going to get real-world skills to boost your career. Certainly, you get both the hands-on and the theory blended very well. And the new GEF is also configured so that you will have a timely completion of your degree. I have a little bit of advice for you. You will each have great support from your advisors. From advisors both in student life, the Student Success Center, and from your faculty advisors in your discipline. But there's no better advisor for you than yourself. You need to know every step of the way, big picture, where you are headed, what your career will be. And you need to know the details of that big picture. It's actually up to you to know as much as your advisor what courses you should be taking, how you are progressing in your degree, and you should work closely with your advisor. So be your own police person and look after your university career. So best of luck in the fall semester, and go Golden Bears.
Thank you, Dr. Clark, for those very wise words. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce you to our campus president, Karen Long, who is also our keynote speaker. President Long is a much beloved president on our campus. She's someone people get to know as students because at the heart of what she does is your success and what WVU Tech can provide for you. You will see her in the dining halls, the residence halls. You'll see her at athletic events, probably screaming louder than anyone else, and sometimes at the referees. But we'll try to make sure that you get to know her very early on in your college careers. It's my pleasure to introduce to you President Carolyn Long.
Thank you, Jimmy. And you'll love me a whole lot better if I do this quickly, won't you? Okay, it's honest. But it's wonderful to be here this afternoon with all of you, the class of 2020. The first thing I'd like to do, though, is one group of people we haven't really thanked. We thanked our Hobart faculty and what a wonderful job they do and our staff. But there's a whole lot of young men and women that are our students now that have worked very hard to be your leaders this week under the heading of King Cardinelli and his crew. So let's give them a big hand. Let's I'd first like to say something to the families, parents, families, friends, relatives. This class of 2020, they're going to go through a transition, but we know that you are too. We know that this is going to be as tough on you in some ways as it is on them. This may be the first time they've been moved away from home, but even if they're commuting, they're going to have their good days and they're going to have their bad days. And we will be here to help you get through those, because this is a new journey. This is where your journey begins. Now, I know you're thinking, my goodness, how old is that woman and what is she doing up there? She's going to talk to me forever. Now, you are right. Let's talk about three things. First of all, this is going to be short. This is a big speech, but it's in very big letters because I don't see that well. All right? So we'll get through it real quickly. All right? And you're right. Sometimes I don't understand some of the things you guys do. And you're going to teach me. You're going to help me learn some of them. And then some of them, that's okay. I'll just die without knowing, okay? So, we're going to get through this together as we learn and plan. All out of this year, I'm going to be able to sit with each of you and get to know each and every one of you personally, because this is just part of what we do here at Tech. So, one of the things you will first learn, and today's your first chance at that, you've had to sit and listen intently and pretend you're listening. But sometimes you're just daydreaming. So I'm going to give you an opportunity today to do either one of those. You may listen or you may daydream, because this may be the first chance. And when you go to class, you better not daydream. You better be listening. So I'm going to give you that opportunity today. Let's talk about where we're from. How many of you, hold your hands up, how many of you are from the state of West Virginia? All right. How many of you are out of state? Look at that. And how many of you are international students? All right. Look at this diversity. This small campus with this wonderful group of young men and women, and you're going to learn from each other. And this is how we do this. So we welcome all of you to WVU Tech. Just like you, I was young once, and I had great friends. I dreamed of living in a big city and being a buyer for a department store. Well, as you can see, that didn't quite work out as I planned. Planning is great, but if you are not flexible, you may miss out on a great deal of this wonderful life. And sometimes situations need you to do is become a person you never envisioned. This is the beginning of that journey for you. I, just like you, thought I had my life planned. I'm sure that many of you sitting here are sure that you know what you're going to do the next 10 to 20 years. And then there's also some of you sitting here a little afraid because you don't know what you're going to do. You're both going to be fine. In all probability, you will find a way that will make you happy. Some will stay with the path they have started, and some will choose a different path. Some will think of things that they've never encountered, never thought about doing. And many of you will eventually go down that path you never envisioned. Now, my piece of advice there is to make sure whatever you choose, that you have a passion for it. I have a tough job. The professors have a tough job. But when we get up every morning, we are glad to come to work. Because it's not work, it's our passion. And that's what you need to strive over the next 4 years to find. Find your passion, what you love to do. That doesn't mean it's always going to be fun, and that doesn't mean you're not going to have a bad day. But it also means that you also know that it's important. I would like to ask each of you also that when you choose a career, you make sure that some part of that career you think you're making a difference. Everything we do should make a difference in a good way. Now, none of us There's such different variants of that. You can make a difference somebody can make a magnificent difference by giving an organ to someone and helping them live. Or you can make almost as much a difference to a person that's had a really bad day with a smile and a kind word. Just remember that you can affect your environment in many ways. Now, let's just talk real quick about your first year. All right. Of course, you've all heard these. I'm just going to repeat them quickly because you're going to hear them again and again. Go to class, go to class, go to class. Everybody tells you, study. Don't get behind. Sleep. You cannot function if you are sleeping and you are not having to sleep. Read. The exam actually comes from the book. Show your school spirit. Participate in school activities. Go to sporting events and cheer the Golden Bears on. Be loud so they don't hear me as much. Learn the basics of laundry. Paint everything as not a style. Take at least one what you would consider a ridiculous class. Broaden your horizons. Something that has nothing to do with your major. Something that maybe you even thought you wouldn't like. You may be surprised. Now, these are also very quick. Let's talk about a couple of things that most people don't talk about as much. How many of you live in a dorm? How many of you have a roommate you never knew before? Okay. You know what? Embrace your roommate. There will be worse things in life than sharing a mini fridge with a slob. I assure you there are worse things in life. Communicate. Talk to each other. 95% of everything we do can be solved if we just listen and talk with each other. Call home. Your family loves you and they miss you. Now, you don't have to call every day. You may have a certain time to call, but don't miss that. They got you here, guys. You be respectful that they need to hear from you. Read your emails from the school. Don't just look and say, oh, that's what school does everything to me. You never know that it might have something to do directly with you. That it also will tell you many things you need to know. So read your emails. Read for pleasure. Find something you like to read. It doesn't have to be. Or watch TV of something that's absolutely brainless. I am a connoisseur of the Housewives of New Jersey. It does not take one single brain cell to watch that show. But there are days I need to do something for an hour that doesn't take a brain cell. So do that. Don't get mad at your professors if you receive a low grade. Remember, they didn't take the test. You did. And recognize that sometimes it's okay to be sad. Let us know if you need help. But all of us are going to be sad at times, and that's just part of the growth as we become young adults. Leave your dorm room open. Get to know the village. You will get friends today, starting today, that 50 years from now, you will still be the best of friends that you've never known before today. So do that. Get to know everybody. If you're a commuter, eat in the Bears Den, stay after class, and study with your fellow classmates. These are relationships that will last you a lifetime. But also make time for yourself. Everybody likes to be surrounded by people, but at times you just need to have time for yourself to think. Now let me talk about one thing that is my passion in life. The guys behind me are going to laugh. Let's talk about social media. I know that all of you are going to participate in Twitter and Snapchat, and Facebook, and all those other silly things that are out there that I know very little about. Just remember that what you write today will be stored someplace forever. So do not write, send, or post anything you would not want your mother, your father, your minister, your grandmother, or your future children to read. If you have any doubt, don't. And never communicate when you've been drinking or you're mad. Wait until you've calmed down. We've laughed about this, but wait, think, and let your emotions calm. Your writing today in one of these venues can affect your career and your ability to get a job. Not to mention what people will think. Now, I'm going to go over here and stop to one more thing. Be tolerant of other people's opinions. You know, you may disagree with somebody. That doesn't mean you cannot be disagreeable. We live in a country that was founded on our right to be free thinkers. That means we have the right to differ on how things should be. We just lost a Supreme Court Justice, Anthony Scalia. He was a very conservative justice on the court, but his very best friend on the court was Justice Ruth Ginsburg. She was a complete liberal. The two of those justices never agreed on any of the issues on the court, and both looked at life in a very different way. But were the best of friends, so much so, their families went on vacation together. We all can learn from an example like this. And then I'm going to ask you something somewhat different than what most people ask. I don't want you to be proud of your college. I want you to make your college proud to have you. So many times students leave and they think they have failed to go that extra mile. They haven't participated, and they didn't think they contributed. Try to be one of those students that your professors and your classmates will remember for years to come. Enjoy it. Laugh a lot. Life is full of ups and downs, triumphs and tragedies, and no matter what you do, you must keep your sense of humor. So as you go down this path, be true to yourself. Don't forget the simple things. Speak when you enter a room. Say please and thank you. Say yes sir and no sir. Lend a helping hand to those in need and hold the door for the person behind you. And say excuse me when it's needed. Love people for who they are, not for what you get from them. And treat people like you want to be treated. Now the last piece of advice is for all of you. And I wasn't going to do this today until I was standing outside the door of the cashier's office a little while ago and something happened. So I'm going to do it. When your mother wants to unpack your clothes and make your bed, let her. Now when your father wants to introduce himself to everybody on the floor, let her. When they all want to take pictures of every move you've made today, let them. If they embarrass you and act crazy, let them. They have earned that privilege. As you start this new chapter of your life, so are they. It's just as hard on them as it is on you. So let them, for this last time, to be your little girl, their little girl, or little boy. I wish each of you great and personal and professional success, but most of all, I wish you happiness and success and a wonderful 4 year at WVU Tech. Go Bears.
Thank you, President Long, for your wonderful words today, and especially thank you for your leadership, care for the students, faculty, and staff here at WVU Tech. Please join me again in thanking President Long. It's my pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Kimberly Ray, Assistant Professor of Chemical Engineering and Chair of the Academic Awards Committee. She will present the 2016 First Year Student Excellence Award. Dr. Ray, would you like to come up to do that? Let's get right in.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Kimberly Gray, and I serve as the chair of the Academic Awards Committee. Each year, the committee reviews dozens of nominations for the First Year Student Excellence Award, which recognizes a single first-year student and establishes a pathway to leadership among WVU Tech student body. This year's poll of candidates was the best we've seen, and it was a difficult task to select just one student from among the hardworking and talented poll pairs who, just one short year ago, sat where you are now. Even so, one first-year student stood out for his academic excellence, thoughtful leadership, and commitment to the community, traits we hope to find in every WVU Tech student. The student has shown great promise, excelling academically in the computer science program here at WVU Tech. He's a member of the WVU Tech chapter of the Association for Computing Machinery, the Montgomery Sports Club, and Campus Life Initiatives. He's volunteered his time at Discover Engineering Day and the WVU Tech High School Programming Competition to teach upcoming students about computer science. In and out of class, he gives his time to tutor fellow students to help them grasp complicated concepts. On his own time, he began a calculus 2 study group for students who were having difficulty and worked with them several times a week until they understood the material. He's known on campus by students, faculty, and staff for his work ethic, his willingness to pitch in, and his habit of leadership by example. It is my honor and the honor of the Academic Awards Selection Committee to announce Gregory Hughes as the recipient of this prestigious award.
This is a talented and smart guy. So if you need help in calculus, find Gregory Hughes. He's the guy to help you with it. We're very proud of you, Gregory, for your wonderful accomplishments, and we look forward to all that you will do in your remaining years with us at WVU Tech. Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2020, you're to be congratulated on the impressive accomplishments that you've achieved and on your decision to pursue your college education at WVU Tech. In recognition of your accomplishments and in recognition of you becoming a member of the WVU Tech family, we have a gift for you. We have a WVU Tech lanyard. This lanyard symbolizes your official induction to the WVU community. We hope that you'll carry this memento with you and keep it throughout your journey here with us in our community. We further hope that it will serve as a reminder of the terrific experiences and friendships that we know you will gain as members of the WVU Tech community. At this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Stephen Brown, Dean of the College of Business, Humanities, and Social Sciences, and Dr. Z. Torbica, Dean of Leonard C. Nelson College of Engineering and Sciences, to come to the tables so that they can shake your hands individually and hand you one of our WVU Tech lanyards. Dean Z, Dean Brown, thank you so much. Let's give him a hand. I know in fact I introduced this gentleman when I was introducing a platform party. Sit down, please. I need to remember to tell you to sit down. I know I forgot to introduce this gentleman when I was introducing the platform party, and for that, I will be given all kinds of ribbon, I think, throughout the rest of the academic year. But it is my pleasure to introduce to you Senior Mechanical Engineering major and the 2013 recipient of the First Year Student Excellence Award. Your SGA President, Rob Bible. Let's give him a hand.
Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Good. Okay. Luckily for you guys, I'm gonna make my speech really short. So, I'm in charge to tell you guys, I want you guys to get out here, get in the call rooms, and get involved with those organizations here on campus. Okay? That's what I would like to see. Here at Tech, there are a lot of various organizations you can join to meet other students with similar interests to you and have fun with them. There are clubs based off various majors, clubs that try to help students have more entertainment, and there are some that are trying to get people involved in doing something like volunteering. You might look around outside of campus, and there might look like there might not be much to do, but the student organizations are usually doing activity or hosting. Our Student Activities Board helps run various programs for students to participate in that are really fun to do. They host movies that are really new. They host ski trips, raft trips, and the list just keeps going together. So to make your college experience worth it, don't stay tranquil and be a hermit. Join some organizations or programs to get more involved. Involvement can change your whole college experience. For example, I didn't do anything in high school, I just went to class and I was bored for most of them. But now I've had executive offices in my fraternity, I'm the president of the Student Government Association, so I'll give a speech. I'm the orientation leader, I've been a student ambassador, I'm part of the Student Support Services, and I work for the school newspaper. Now, doing all this stuff, and it's helping with my leadership skills, my networking across the country, and finding a passion in something I like to do. And it's also helped me volunteer my summers helping kids. So, but you don't have to go as far as that. It just really helps to get more involved in tech and get out there. It'll make the whole college experience worth it. So, thank you for your time today. If you've got any questions at all, come find me. I'll be wearing a tie, I promise. Have a great day.
Rob is a terrific leader on our campus and is serving in his second term as SGA president. Has made a real powerful impact on our campus. Get to know Rob, get to know other members of organizations on campus, as Rob suggests. It'll make your college experience that much more broad and enjoyable. As a final step in the induction, your induction to WVU Tech community, we would like you to learn and sing along with us the WVU Tech alma mater. And that alma mater can be found in your program. Now, to lead us in the learning and singing of the alma mater, we put together what we like to call the WVU Tech Alma Mater Ensemble. And that ensemble is led by our Associate Dean of Engineering and Sciences, Dr. Paul Saraka, Dr. Lisa Ferrara, Professor of Biology and Chair of that department, and orientation leaders, Nakia Simpson, Kylie Lang, Matthew Williams, Brianne Cantley, and Carlos Diaz. As they come up to the microphones, please give them a hand.
Oh, good afternoon and welcome. They asked me to sort of get you started on this alma mater thing, and as I was thinking about teaching music to people, but that's not my thing in engineering and sciences, a recurring thing that occurs in my church choir came to mind that I thought I'd just share with you real briefly. Scenario goes something like this. We work on a new piece of music for a few weeks. The choir director, named Mary Beth, thinks we're all ready to go. So we plan it for next Sunday. Invariably, at the last rehearsal before that Sunday service, one of the choir members in the back row does something like this. Mary Beth, this Sunday, is it more important that I sing all the correct words or all the correct music? Because I don't think I'm ready to do both at the same time yet. We're going to try to get you to the point that you can do both words and music together, and we'll all be able to master this alma mater song. Okay? Now, the way we're going to do that is we're going to pick it apart initially. Everybody should have a program handy, hopefully. If you turn to the last page there, you'll see the text of the alma mater. In your program, it's laid out in 8 short lines of text. We're going to take them 2 at a time. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to ask you to look a little bit at the first 2 lines. And then I and my colleagues up here are going to sing the music that goes along with those first 2 lines. And then we're going to have you all repeat that with us. We'll move that to the next 2 lines, do the same thing, and so on until we got down to the end of it. Hopefully by that time, everybody will have him on both words and music, and we'll all do a collective run through at the end. Okay? So, first 2 lines there, we're going to go ahead and sing those for you. On the banks of the great canal, peered against the sky, proudly stands our alma mater as the years go by. Sorry, I've got you 2. So let's do the first 4 lines instead of 2. I went a little too far there.
And one of the things that I'd like to point out, Dr. Saraki, is when we sing the alma mater, we typically stand. So this is a good time to stand as we learn and sing the alma mater.
There's also, I've always heard, a good way to sing if you feel like singing standing. So let's all sing those first 4 lines that we now sung for you. And ready? On the banks of the great canal, reared against the sky, proudly stands our alma mater as the years go by. Now, the next couple of lines have music that's significantly different than everything that came before, but it's not too hard. It starts a little higher than where we left off. And it basically comes down through most of the lines, these next 2 lines, and it comes up a little bit at the end. So let's go ahead and do that. It's the next 2 lines. We will do it first, and then you'll see it goes. For whenever we are always on there. Okay? And the last line sounds a lot like The first two, as a matter of fact, music-wise, it's pretty much identical to the second one. So it should sound pretty familiar to you. We'll go ahead and sing it anyhow, and you sing it with us. Hail to thee, our alma mater, West Virginia Tech. Okay, everybody ready? We're going to sing it from the top, go all the way through it to the end here. Okay? On the banks of the great canal, clear against the sky, proudly stands our alma mater as the years go by. For remember me, our prophets, honor and protection. Hail to thee, our alma mater, West Virginia Tech. Go back. Thanks for participating in the learning of the alma mater. Just wanted to say that I am personally looking forward to seeing that a few times over the coming years with all of you at special events on campus. Most especially when we get to your graduation ceremonies in a few years as you complete the program of study. So welcome to Tech, and good luck with those studies.
Let's give them a big hand. It's getting hotter. And we've come to the end of the new student convocation. After we adjourn today, we will move to the center of the campus, at what we call the Tech Hall, for a picnic in the honor of the class of 2020. A special member of the WVU Tech community will lead you all, members of the class of 2020, out of the gym, across the campus to the picnic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you Monty, the WVU Tech Golden Bear. Okay, Mark, let's dig those houses. Let's get Mark in his hand.
Let me stay